What's up, Wesam's World followers? How you doing? Welcome to the show. If you're listening on Adobe Radio, thank you so much for tuning in, as you do always. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram, Wesams_world, and subscribe to us if you want to see my beautiful face on YouTube, Wesam's World Podcast. We appreciate everybody who's been following us. We're almost 75,000 strong on Adobe Radio. We'd love to transfer. We're going to start transferring some of those people over to the YouTube account as well as the Instagram account. It goes a long way because then we can get more sponsors and then we can do more giveaways. And don't worry, the No Laughing segment is coming up next week. We have a special guest on the books. I'm not going to say who it is, but he's big. He's super good looking. He's almost too good looking, which annoys me. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Obviously, it's not fine. I said that's fine 3 times, so there you go.
It's me.
It's Peyton.
What can I say?
That was a joke.
That was a joke. Ha ha ha.
You're a cute guy, Peyton. I'll
Thanks.
say it. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And some of the topics we're going to be talking about today on the show, I'm super stoked for. One of them is 6ix9ine. This guy interests me more than anything. I'm not the biggest fan of his music, but him as a person is such an interesting character study.
Mm-hmm.
He's been released from prison, and he's already has a single out, and he's blowing up already. And he explained on his Instagram Live why he ratted out all those people.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about something that I have absolutely been obsessed with. I go into these YouTube wormholes sometimes, and I found out about tool-assisted gameplay, which I didn't know about until now. And the whole world of that, the whole language that comes with it, and apparently there's some controversy in the tool-assisted world, which you will explain to me here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to talk about all that, a couple other things. Remember, if you're listening on Adobe Radio, thank you again. Tweet at me, Wesam Quiche. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Seriously, it goes a long way. There's 75,000 of you almost. We would really appreciate it. And if you're a true Wesam's World fan, and if you love to feed starving children, then I think you would subscribe to us. So without further ado, Mr. Peyton, let's play the intro song.
Let's do it.
All right. Well. Peyton Grufik,
Yes.
the Griffin.
The Griffin. That's me.
Yeah. We need to have T-shirts at some point for the show,
Sure.
and yours should be the Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And we should get a W for you.
Yes, we
that
should.
looks just like that.
I know the hat I'm wearing right now is the Wario hat, which I like because it's a W, obviously,
Right.
and also he looks like a lunatic. If I think of a lunatic, I think of Wario.
Wario.
And Waluigi,
Waluigi.
100% sex offender.
But God, do we love him so much. My wife,
Yeah.
Obsessed with Waluigi.
Really?
Yes, she's on board with that. Put Waluigi in Smash Bros. Let the fucker come in and fight.
Wow.
Yeah. Who are we to not let Waluigi in? Waluigi would be great.
He would. He'd be very chaotic.
She stands Waluigi.
He'd be very chaotic. Like I'm talking about like something like that, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That was too much. Dude, I'm tired.
You're tired?
I'm sore. I've been working out nonstop this
You've been
week.
biking?
And yesterday, first day the trails opened in Los Angeles.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and so I got to run my mountain.
Okay. I'll
And-
keep that in mind.
Yeah, and today's gonna be rest day
Nice.
for Wesam Quiche because I'm doing it again tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But I'm a little achy, you know,
Gotcha.
a little sore.
It's been a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute, but I feel good. It's weird to it's hard to explain to people that feeling when you're physically tired,
Right.
but you still feel so good.
Yeah.
It's a weird paradox.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's me after the chiropractor.
Okay.
Every single time. Because I'm like, oh, he did something, but, oh, I feel kind kind of good about it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a great video I saw recently. I got to send it to you of a chiropractor. He has like a towel around a guy's neck, and he pulls him, and the guy starts crying.
Oh, he starts crying. Okay. I've never been in a situation where I thought it would make me cry. It just feels good.
It was an emotional release, I think, for the guy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It was not a cry of pain.
It
Cry
was
of pleasure, if that's the right word, with
release.
the chiropractor.
Yeah, like a release of tension and everything. I've had that experience to me, like a release of emotion during Kundalini yoga. And that's bizarre. Mm-hmm. That is the most bizarre experience you could possibly imagine. You're like doing these breathing exercises that are difficult. And then all of a sudden, you're crying.
I'm ready to get back in there once
I know.
that opens again.
I know it'll be a while. It'll be a while.
I know it's going to be wild.
And here's the thing, though. I'm not going back to LA Fitness anytime soon. I'm actually considering canceling my membership there.
Yeah.
Because I'm just spending money for no reason for LA Fitness.
Are they gonna offer you something though in return though?
I pay like
are they gonna be like because are they closed right now?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Are they gonna be like your 2020 membership will carry over into 2021 or anything like that? Because that's what Knott's Berry Farm did for me and Mads. And we're great. Everything carries over. My parking plan, my drink plan.
I don't know.
Carries over.
That's a great question. I don't know, but the thing is, I've got everything at home now.
That's true.
The only thing I like LA Fitness about is sauna, and I don't like using their sauna because there are rude people in there who don't understand common courtesy. People are shaving.
In the sauna?
Yeah. Hey, if you shave in the sauna, you are a rude person, okay? You're weird. That's so unacceptable. Yeah. So unacceptable. And then there's like these a-holes who will douse the walls with eucalyptus oil. And listen, I love that smell, but you got to ask first.
Yeah.
You got to ask. Oh, this might be the clip.
Uh-oh. That something bad's about to happen.
Dude.
Something real bad.
I almost lost my goddamn mind yesterday night.
Okay.
I'm driving back home. I watched. I was watching the sunset. I saw some awesome like fog rolling into the Malibu hills.
Nice.
I am in my car. I promise you, I'm not doing anything. I'm not speeding. I'm following the flow of traffic. I have my car in auto drive. I'm following behind this one car, and we're going like 80. And everybody else there's some people going faster than us.
Yeah.
So we're like just following the flow of traffic. I've got a good distance, and I'm not like weaving in and out of traffic. So I'm just doing my thing, you know? Guy pulls up next to me in a white Mercedes G-Wagon. One of his passengers from the back seat, half his body comes out of the window, and he spits twice at my car. Yeah. Oh my gosh. At first it's a shock.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do to this person? Did I do something wrong? Because I'm a good person. So immediately I go, oh, I must have done something wrong. And then I was like, wait a minute. I didn't do anything wrong. Mm-hmm. And this guy, and I'm like, dude, if he's that crazy, these people, who knows what they're capable of.
Right.
I've got to just let it go. Now, did I imagine them dying in about 50 different ways? Yes. Of course I did.
As you do.
Of course. Did I imagine them dying in a fire in their G-Wagon? Yes. Slowly? Yes. But I didn't do anything about it because I have a lot to live for and I have a lot to be thankful for. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice elevated moment for Wesam Quiche.
Did you figure out what it was about?
No! I couldn't.
Is it just because you own a Tesla? They want a Tesla that bad, and they're like, man, this guy got a Tesla, and I don't got a Tesla.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
But no. No,
Crazy.
man. I don't know. It was freaking nuts. Mm-hmm. Freaking crazies out there. I am going to miss this no traffic thing, though.
I know. It's wonderful right now.
God dang. Going to Malibu in 30 minutes?
Oh, you're going?
No, I said it takes 30 minutes to go deep into Malibu. 30 minutes only.
I was like, oh, short show. All right. Hey, I'm going to head out to Malibu here in 30 minutes.
Crazies. Well, speaking of crazies, Tekashi 69 is out of prison. He was released a few weeks ago now,
Yeah.
and he already has a hit single. He already increased his followership by millions and millions. Within the last 24 hours, it was like a 1 million person increase on Instagram. And then, do you follow anything about this guy?
Dude, I had no idea he was even released or that he
Yeah.
dropped a new single.
Well,
I had no idea.
he's trolling hard.
Oh,
He's
I bet he is.
trolling hard because he ratted out like
Yeah.
everybody in his organization.
Yeah.
But he's trolling so hard, even in his music video, there's a portion where there's this rat emoji that comes on his head, and he's like, ha, 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 I'm a rat, like kind of like that. I'm like, oh, dude, you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
For sure you're going to die.
There's rules. I've never been in that like world, but from what I hear, there's rules
Right.
that you got to do. I watch my prison shows. I watch everything, and there's rules.
I love how we're like so not in the rap game trying to talk about the rap game.
For
It's
the
best.
record, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, like ever.
No,
But from what I've seen,
no, there's truth to what you're saying, though. You can't rat people out. But he went on Instagram Live, and he gave actually kind of a good point. He said something to the effect of, why am I being loyal to these guys who fucked my girl while I was in prison, who kidnapped me at some point, beat me up, and like did all these bad. Why should I be loyal to this organization or crew who does all this stuff? And I'm like,
well, okay.
Actually,
I didn't know all that happened.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was like, you know what?
Then
All right. Like, it's kind of.
snitch him.
But my thing is, he was with a serious gang.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if I know anything about gangs, they don't just, like, let go of stuff like this.
Yeah.
And he didn't choose witness protection program. And so, what are you going to do now? Just be scared? Like, have security for the rest of your life?
Maybe he is that confident that he is such like a elevated celebrity star now. He might think he's untouchable.
I think there's a part of that where he's like, and he's trolling hard at them.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of his music, but I would love to talk to him because to me, he's such an interesting person. And I love interesting people and doing like character studies in their mind. That doesn't mean like I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll look at the way. But to a certain point, I'm like, why do you make the choices you make? That's always interesting to me. As an actor and as a person, I'm always intrigued by why people do the things they do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because when you can figure that out, you've got life. You can interact with people pretty well, I feel like. Steer away from the crazies. Hang out with the successful people. I don't know. Very interesting to me. How are we on time for the first segment?
Oh, we still got about 7 minutes.
Great. Well, that's all I have to talk about today, so this is going to be a
Damn.
wild ride. No, we need to talk about tool-assisted programs. Holy
Tool-assisted
shit.
programming.
Okay. I came across this video, and I thought it was an SNL skit at first because it sounds like he's talking a made-up technical language. It doesn't sound like. Can I play some of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. An A press is an A press. You can't say it's only a half. Well, TJ, Henry, Yoshi, hear me out. An A press actually has 3 parts to it. When A is pressed, when A is held, and when A is released. And together, this forms one complete A press. Now, usually, it's the pressing that's useful, because that's the only part that makes Mario jump. However,
So that's actually not too bad, but let's like skip ahead to like.
if you have just enough speed to reach the PU 1 over, it won't actually work. That's because the game actually checks if Mario is above land at each quarter step of his movement. That means the simplest PU movement is moving over 4 PUs at once. That way, each quarter step is above land and therefore valid. For for simplicity, we call this quadruple PU distance 1Q PU. Up until
This is real stuff. Like,
Okay.
this is people's lives. Like, they live and breathe that stuff.
So tool assisted, if I'm not mistaken, is a way to play a game on the computer that's normally meant for like a system game.
Yes, it is a console game, most of the time a console game, played through an emulator
Right.
on the computer. And there are certain functions that the emulator can do sometimes, tools, as you will, that will assist the player in
Right.
certain ways. So, in the speedrunning community, as you were saying, there's like some controversy with that. How come the people with the tools, should they be allowed to compete? Isn't that the same as the people that are playing on the normal console? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't seem fair at all.
But if it's a whole different league on its own, then that's
sure.
fine.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. As long as they say, okay, this is the world record for the tool assisted run.
Right.
That
I know
part
they do have a million different leaderboards
But
for
then-
everything.
I know, but then I think of, okay, if you're using tool assisted, when is it a cheat?
Right. They do have some rules. Like I've seen what they call no glitch runs,
Yeah.
which means like they'll speed run the game and they're not allowed to do any glitches that will progress them further in the game or help them out and stuff. And I've seen people called out because they'll be like, no, that wasn't a glitch. And people watching are like, I think that was a glitch. And then they'll get in trouble. Bad things happen.
Wait. If a glitch happens that they know is a glitch in the game, they can't use it.
Correct.
What?
Like if there's, because they're doing a no glitch run.
Oh, a no glitch run. Okay.
There's a run called any % run where
Right.
you just got to get to the beginning to the end as fast as you can. You can do whatever you want by any means necessary. I watched one yesterday. It was this game called Two Worlds. It's a terrible game. It tried to compete with Oblivion, if you're familiar with that game, and it failed. And he beat Two Worlds in 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
How?
And I was like, how did you do that? And I watched it. It was amazing.
Wow.
He found on the final boss, if the final boss, he has a fireball. If it misses and it hits one of the like NPC villagers, all of the villagers riot and attack the boss and kill him. And he doesn't have to fight. And it's just like, it's stuff like that. People figure these things out. And it's just amazing. I love it.
I see that to me is so exciting because I remember back whenever I played video games and before there was the internet and you'd find a secret without the internet. Let me tell you the best feeling in the fucking world. Before the internet, if you were playing a video game and you unlocked a hidden character, okay, that was like basically finding $1 million.
Yeah.
And then when you told your friend about it and how excited they got, and then you showed it to them, or you showed them a secret passage, or you showed them an Easter egg that you found without any help at all, better than sex. Better than sex.
Think about Super Smash Bros. Melee when it would be like a new challenger has appeared, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this?
I'll give you one of my favorite ones. Donkey Kong on the SNES, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay. The first level of going back into the home and you find that extra red balloon. I was like, oh shoot, that's cool. I didn't even realize that. And then when I started jumping on like, wait, if I can get to that other treetop. I can get to that other treetop. I can get to that. And when I found like the purple balloon, I was like, I got like 30 lives on the first level.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, I was so stoked. Or you find those hidden barrels. Dude, better than sex.
Finding Warp Zone in Super Mario for the first time. Do you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Could you imagine back then finding that? You're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm going to watch this Oblivion video on the break.
Okay.
Or not Oblivion,
Two
the Two
Worlds.
Worlds. And then we'll continue talking about this because I'm nerding out. We'll be back. Well, I feel so uncomfortable right now, and I'll explain to our viewers and listeners why. You, Peyton Grufick,
Yes.
the Griffin, just showed me the classic cringe video of the guy trying to do a speed run, and he's on the couch with like 3 other guys, and he tells one of the guys, "I'd really appreciate it if you didn't speak right now," right?
I would really prefer it if you'd be quiet.
So confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
I'd really prefer it if you'd be quiet. So, for those of you familiar with the video, it's one of the best cringe and uncomfortable moments. What I found out that is, Peyton, you told me that the guy he told to be quiet actually was not invited to the couch. He just sat down, and he's on the spectrum, right?
I think he's autistic.
A little autistic.
Yeah.
And
I was going to fact check to make sure
Oh.
I got the correct thing.
okay, yes,
Real
please.
quick.
Let's fact check, because now watching it, I feel so bad for the guy. And more of it happens, like if you watch the entire clip, people who are donating to the speed run are saying, "Hey, can the guy in the green jacket, the autistic guy, can he just do some jumping jacks?" And it's so awkward, and I just feel really bad for the guy.
Yes.
He is
Yes.
autistic. Well, damn, dude. See, you got to be careful what you make fun of nowadays. You just don't know. I thought he was just it was just two nerdy dudes, an uncomfortable interaction between them, which is awesome. But that's not the case. It's somebody who's on the spectrum, and it just made me feel really bad because I used to love that video.
Yeah.
And now I don't. Now I know the whole situation.
If it makes you feel any better, like I haven't really dived into it. If you ever feel like deep diving into it. Apparently he's a terrible person. Wait,
who's a terrible person?
the guy who got told to shut up.
The autistic guy is a terrible person?
Apparently he's a terrible person. So, apparently,
What?
he's very mean to, his family. Apparently he's been heard in streams, shouting at his mom and stuff. He's cheated in multiple speedruns and has been called out upon it. He doesn't have a fan base anymore because he used to be, an established speedrunner. And then he started, cheating all the time and got into a bunch of shit.
Wow.
And so if you go to his channel now, 300 views a video when he used to get thousands.
This is an interesting question.
It
now.
is.
Now, do you think because of his autism, we don't have all the information. Here's the thing.
Right.
Because of the way he interacts with the world around him and the obstacle he faces with that, do you think that's the cause of him kind of going down this slope? Or do you think it's more of a personality thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm reading a forum right now about trying to get other people's thoughts too.
Because this is what I love about this show that we do, because this could be an uncomfortable conversation to talk about, but I think we should have it because it's the question on everybody's minds, And I think there is a big obstacle, in my opinion, with having autism, because it is a huge struggle in dealing not only with the outside world around you, your circumstances, but also people. And you have to, it's hard for that person to understand the sociological norms of how you deal with people normally. Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the autism has a lot to play with it.
Yeah, he recently changed his name, on YouTube.
Okay.
And people are thinking he's trying to get away from what he called himself Chibi.
Yeah.
Trying to get away from that name, and he's Aquana now. on there.
should
That's
have him
why I
on-
had such a hard time.
We should have him on the
finding
show if he's LA based.
I don't know where he is.
We should reach out to him. I think that'll be an interesting conversation to
Yeah.
have with him. Because if he's trying to make a new start,
Yeah.
who are we to say no, you can't do that?
Right. And again, take the he's a horrible person with a grain of salt.
Of course.
Because I don't know all the facts. I've just heard he's cheated in a couple speedruns. I do know he has cheated in one because I watched a video
Yeah.
breaking it down and they messaged him and called him out about it. And that's what I mean by apparently he's a horrible person and gets mad at his parents sometimes.
You know, I think we've all been in that situation where we've bended the truth or we've lied about something or we lied about something else to make people like us more. Mm-hmm. And to say that isn't human is absolutely absurd.
For sure.
And I think deep down inside, he just wants to be recognized and appreciated as an equal and, you know, be loved. That's all it is
Yeah.
deep down inside. So he just doesn't know how to go about it the right way. That's a bummer.
He made a tweet that he brought condoms to Games Done Quick, but he doesn't plan on using them.
Excuse me, what? So, you know, Peyton, you're throwing me curveballs today, and
You're
I
right.
appreciate it.
Every time we hit a dramatic moment, I gotta throw in something to spice things up, you know?
What did he say? He brought condoms to where?
The Games Done Quick.
What's Games Done Quick?
What we were watching with
Okay.
Two Worlds, the cancer fundraiser. Yes, he said, I know this is highly unlikely, and it was probably a waste, but I brought condoms for SGDQ, I guess, just in case. ...
Oh boy. You know, I don't know who's to fault here. The
That
parents.
was the day of the video.
Dude. Dude, I love you, man. No, shut the fuck up. I love you. Okay? Dude. Hey! Give me a chance to find my footing. That was the day of the cringe video?
Yeah.
All right, man. I don't know who's to blame. We gotta have him on the show. I gotta listen to him on his perspective on what's going on.
Yeah. And Caveman DCJ, who was the guy speedrunning. I
Yeah.
know he has a video talking about what happened from his point of view. And
Okay.
that's where he goes into I never met the guy before. He just came and plopped down on the couch.
Yeah.
And those speedrunners, they spend hours and weeks coming up with a script for themselves to do commentary while they're also doing these very, very precise things. So they have to stay focused at the same time. And I've heard from multiple speedrunners that if somebody just starts going into their own little thing, it just throws them off and they start losing their rhythm with the game. So in my opinion, he wasn't saying I'd prefer if you be quiet to be a dick. He was saying it because he kept interrupting with this thing, and I bet it was really throwing him off his rhythm with this thing. And also, you don't go to the couch if you don't know the guy or aren't invited to the couch. That's a rule.
1,000%. That's
Yeah.
so uncomfortable to do. But the concentration aspect of it all,
Yeah.
I totally agree with. I mean, look at us as actors. Can you imagine if somebody else was talking, you're trying to run a scene?
Yes.
It's so funny. I was listening, what was it, to the Congratulations podcast with Chris D'Elia, and he brought up the Christian Bale thing.
Yes.
Again.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I'm telling you, Christian Bale, he did a radio interview the day after or a week after, whenever, and he was so apologetic. He's like, listen, I shouldn't have done that. I was completely in the wrong. I actually went up to him afterwards and I apologized, and we're all good. But you have to understand, he was moving in my eye line while I'm trying to do this super dramatic scene.
Yeah.
And so that's part of why I flipped out. And for people who are not actors, they don't get it. Mm-hmm. You're oh, that guy's an asshole. It's no, we literally have to concentrate so hard on imagining things. I know it sounds so silly,
Yeah.
but that's what we're doing. And so if you're focused on an actual activity and somebody keeps going, you start your attention naturally goes to that person.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right, man. So I get why he said it, and he couldn't have said it nicer. He couldn't have said it nicer. There was something that I said. I'm not going to say who it was, but I'll say the show it was on. It was on For the People, and we had a guest star actor who was having a good time. He was joking around a lot, and I wish he'd, was more focused on his lines because he kept messing up his lines.
Am I allowed to ask, did the guest star have like a status where they were like, oh, I can goof around because I'm blah, 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 blah?
Oh, no, they weren't
No.
a name at all.
Ballsy.
Very ballsy. And so the other guest star was kind of like joking around with him, but I think he sensed like I was just being quiet and trying to, and then he said something to me, and I'm like, no, man, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to focus on my work here, just because it's a pretty heavy scene. So I'm just trying to be in the zone, trying to wrap this up for the day. And he's like, oh yeah, of course, sorry. And it was like this just for a split second, it was like everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody's buttholes puckered, And then the other time it happened, and this was a lot worse. And I was doing a scene with Ben Rappaport, who's a great actor, and you should check out his Instagram, everybody. Ben Rappaport has been doing these Shakespeare in the closet or closet Shakespeare, where he like is just doing these monologues from Shakespeare in his closet, and they look great.
Nice.
He's just finding a way to express himself through these quarantine times. So he's doing a great job. And so we're doing this scene on the subway, and the AD was telling the extras, hey, just act like you're talking, while they're having their scene. So they're like, rolling, action, and I start saying my lines, and then right behind me I hear, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, that man, yeah, that's cool. Listen, if you don't know, you're supposed to just go like this. You're supposed to mime like you're talking, like no sound coming out. So you're supposed to be like, that's it. They're actually talking. I'm about 4 lines in before I turn around. I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. Can you not talk? And I said it like that, as nicely as I could.
Yeah.
And then they looked at me like I was being rude. And they said, the AD told us to talk like during the scene. And I'm like, yeah, but I can hear you. Don't say anything. Like I had to explain to cameras are rolling. And so we go back into it, and they yell cut, and the AD comes running up. And I'm like, hey, man, can you tell him? And he's like, no, I got it. And I was like, did I sound rude? Like, I was like, I probably sounded like the rudest person in that moment. But it was just such a common basic thing that they just didn't know. But they looked at me like I was the rudest person in the world. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You're the devil. You're the devil, Wesam.
I am.
Oh.
No.
Wario as the devil?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, what I like about these tool-assisted runs that you mentioned to me was the fact that they raise money for cancer. Some of these things, and I love that. That sounds awesome to me. They'll do a live stream, people donate, and it all goes to cancer fund, and I think that's cool. At first, I was like, "There's a lot of wasted hours."
No, yeah. And I mean, it's got a big following on like Twitch too. Like they do it for their own personal gain. As well, because there's a giant audience that'll watch people speedrun games, but then then they have this giant thing, all nonprofit, donate, and they make a lot of money. I think in that Two Worlds video, they had $500,000 in the bottom right-hand corner, and they weren't done yet. They haven't even scratched the surface. They get millions from that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. On Super, there's a Go Sagan Twitch. Do you know Sagan?
Mm-mm.
He did the magnum opus level of Super Sagan's magnum opus.
I have never heard of that game.
Yeah, so if you guys get a second, I'm actually going to show just a little bit on here. And
Is this one of those created levels?
Yes.
That's why.
But I'm telling you, dude, it's freaking. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. My
Watch
gosh, how
this.
long is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What? This isn't even the most impressive part. Hold on. Look at this. Man, I hate when I feel like I've just forwarded to the most unimpressive part of it. And that pisses me
Dude,
off.
it's all impressive. Like, this is one of those games where it's literally one wrong move and it's done.
Yeah. So, look at this. I mean,
Dude, fuck the people who make those levels too.
oh, here we go. You ready for this?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's so much going on in that video
Mm-hmm.
that he totaled the amount of time it took for him to build it, practice it, and then upload it.
How much? How much time was that?
He would, if he was playing consecutively from the moment he started building, it would take him almost 30, and without sleeping. This is consecutive hours.
Yeah.
31 days.
Oh my god.
It was 736 hours.
Dude.
So I was estimating, me and my brother, it took him probably somewhere between, at earliest, 3 months,
Yeah.
if he had no job, to 6 months.
Yeah.
3 to 6 months.
Dude.
And I feel like that was such, I mean, again, the video, if you guys want to see it, is called Sagan's, what is it? Sagan. Super Sagan's magnum opus on Go Sagan Twitch. My guy. Amazing what you did, but like, do you feel like it's wasted time at all?
I mean, to them, probably no. Because,
guess
like, this is a passion of them. This is what they consider, like, a hobby. You know?
Yeah.
Like, but then I look at that and I'm like, that's how I know I'm not addicted to video games. Okay? Because imagining sitting there for that long a time, there's a point where, like, I get sick of video games and I have to put it away.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That was me on Frostpunk yesterday. I realized it stopped being challenging to me.
Is it done?
It's almost there. I'm giving it a break, a few days, to see if I get the itch to play it again.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the very beginning levels of it and everything, and the puzzle aspect of like solving problems. I find that it's not wasted time. It's just working my brain in a different way.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of city building when you're trying to solve a problem.
People were mad at the PS Plus games
Why?
this month, but I was ecstatic. It's a game called Skyliners, where you build a city,
Oh, okay.
and a farming simulator, 19, where you build a farm.
Yeah, I've seen
it was
those.
2 simulation games, and people are mad they didn't get a game with guns and shooting. They're mad they can't shoot anything this month.
Really?
Because last month was like Uncharted 4. That was the
Oh.
free game of the month. And you got gun, boom, boom. I can't shoot you. You want me to build a what? A farm?
Yeah. No.
I was so excited. I was like, farming simulator, let's go.
You know what game I might play again?
What?
I like the career mode in Call of Duty. It always feels so short, though.
They are, because the multiplayer is their focus. Now, which one?
The latest one.
Oh, the latest one. Yeah.
It's a really intense.
That one's had a good little length. That was like 9 to 10 hours.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Corey Kenshin play Resident Evil 3, the remake, the one that you played, that you finished.
Yes.
He played it on hardcore mode.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm going back and doing it on that. Yeah.
I'm surprised you beat it in 3 hours.
Yeah, I just did normal.
Okay.
I did not do hardcore the first time. What I do is I like to play the game twice. I like to do normal difficulty, and then I like to go all in. Same with Call of Duty. I do hardcore, and then I do veteran. Do 2 times around.
Which one's harder, hardcore or veteran?
Veteran's harder.
Why is that?
Just bullets do more damage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You just die faster.
Their latest setting on the latest Call of Duty, it's as close to real life. They don't show you how much bullets you have,
Yeah.
or any of the health meter, and like one
Yeah.
shot kills you basically.
Isn't it called like realistic mode?
Something like that. Yeah. We got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about more stuff. And if you haven't already, subscribe to us. We're going to keep saying that until you do.
Mm-hmm.
Love you. We'll be back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's always a time and a place for everything. And if people are having a good time and it's a party, it's kind of shitty of you to show up to that party and tell everybody, hey, man, I'm having a really bad day. You know, this, and this happened to me. Like, and if it brings down the whole party, that's kind of not cool to do.
Yeah.
Just don't show up to the party, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it. Some people are like, what if they're your friends? What if you need support? True. But guess what? If you're celebrating my birthday and you show up in a negative Nancy mood, I don't know what to tell you. Also, it would suck so bad. I guess this is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not being very articulate. But if a member of my family died and I was in the middle of a party, I wouldn't tell anybody. I would leave. I would leave immediately.
Yeah.
I tell people the next day, because if I'm at a party, those are probably my friends. I'd be like, hey guys, I actually have to go. I don't want to like ruin your thing. I'm going to deal with this and try to figure things out. And then if somebody gives me shit for leaving the party, I'd be like, yeah, somebody died in my family. I didn't want to ruin your party, asshole. Then they're the asshole.
Yeah.
You know, the appropriate would be like, hey, I saw you left. Is everything okay? Common courtesy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But don't, dude.
And I don't even think it was the day of. I don't think like it just happened or anything. I think it was like months or years ago.
So we're gonna be commenting on this cringe video, and you know what? I think in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna break down some cringe videos for everybody and explain to people why they're cringe. I'm gonna write down some notes. And I'm gonna explain to you what went wrong here. And here's the thing: I'm never making fun of the person, because I've done cringe things, and I'll show you some cringe pictures of mine.
Oh, we've seen Trash Cat.
We've seen Trash Can. Have you seen me in a fedora?
Oh, we all did it.
I was 16.
Dude, it's just, I don't know. All guys once in their life like have a fedora and they're like, this is the coolest thing. Mine had a skull on the side of it.
So did mine.
Oh,
Kisses. Mwah! Oh. I had sunglasses on. I was wearing a white button-up shirt, Dickies shorts, Chucks. Or were they Macbeth shoes? You know that brand, Macbeth?
I don't know Macbeth.
Oh, my God. And I was driving my red Mazda Protege. And guess what? The cherry on top? My front license plate? It was a decal that said AFI and My Chemical Romance. Get the fuck out of here, 16-year-old Wesam.
Dude.
So
Edgy.
cringe chills. Oh, I'm getting cringe chills. That's the max cringe. When you get cringe chills,
That's right.
that's the max.
That's how you done it.
We're going to have a fucking cool meter, too, when I break down cringe videos.
Yes.
We're going to do a thermometer, and we're going to show where it's on the cringe meter. It could be cringe chills. Sometimes it'll make me angry,
Yeah.
and I'll be on, like, blood red mad.
Yeah.
So we'll show everybody how far on the cringe meter it goes.
Gotcha.
There it is. Sorry. So this video is called Can You Stop? It's by Games Done Quick. You can search for it. And I'm just going to play a little bit of the video.
Yeah,
The
this
guys,
is one we'll be able to pull up, no problem.
awesome. Great. Here we go.
Fantasy Adventure is the best Final Fantasy.
So this will probably be my last chance to tell a story really quick. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been knitting the entire time I've been here.
Backstory, if you're listening, this guy, he's actually playing the game. This is some chick in the back.
Yes, he's 4 hours into the speed run.
Yeah.
Mind you, as well.
And this is a speed run.
This is a speed run.
Right.
Yes.
And she's knitting in the back. And
Yeah.
she just out of nowhere says this.
She just out of nowhere, and like before this, like the guy's like giving commentary,
Right.
and stuff too. So there was a pause, and so she decided to chime in with the following.
I actually learned how to knit from my grandmother. Can you stop? She died of cancer.
Whoa. She asked him to stop.
Yeah, and that's the thing that drives me crazy because spoiler alert, like I think it's her grandma has passed away, and she used to knit, and that's why she's knitting, like in honor of her.
Okay.
But you have the audacity to tell him 4 hours into his Ocarina of Time run, can you stop? No, he can't. This is a speedrunning convention. God, this upsets me. This is just privilege at that point. She feels entitled right there.
White privilege! I'm kidding. No, but it is privilege. It is privilege.
She thinks just because she's back there knitting and a relative died because of that, I guarantee you, there's people there who, like, they have family members that have died of cancer too. That's why they're there. They're all there in a giant family trying to support this cause. And she turns it around and makes it all about me. It's all about me now.
Oh, I can't stand people like that.
Yes.
Can't stand when people do stuff like that. It drives me up a wall.
Yes.
It's like, hey, man, we're already here supporting the person with cancer.
Right.
This is about you now? Oh, dude. If I remember something recently that happened, I'm going to bring it up. But if I can't, it's lost. Here we go. So she just said, my grandma has cancer. She just told him to stop.
A couple years ago. And there's actually pretty much a 50% chance I'm going to die of cancer. My dad's entire...
There's a 50% chance that I'm going to die of cancer. Like, okay.
In a public room?
All right.
Is this the time?
Yeah, it's just hey man, like we're already here raising money for cancer survivors. Like you can't go like just a couple hours without the attention being on you.
Right.
This is what it was. Somebody's wedding,
Yeah.
and they had a cousin. She was like a singer, and she was talented, but she kept upstaging the couple during their first dance.
Oh.
And actually stepped down from the stage and was like singing to them, but was like in front of them. And every picture of the couple, she had to be in it.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
You know what I'd literally do? My wedding, first time it happened,
Yeah.
be like, hey, William, Daniel, get her out of here right now.
Right.
Because she's not allowed in. And if she wants to talk about it, she can talk about it after my wedding.
Yeah.
I'll kick you out. If I can't kick somebody out during my wedding, not my wedding then.
It's
Newsflash, it's not my wedding. The balls on a person. No, it's their wedding. I need the attention.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was my biggest fear.
go survive in Somalia for a
Is
month.
that I would have to kick somebody out of my wedding.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I just had like a fear of like somebody's going to do something stupid. I'm going to have to kick them out.
I would love that. I love confrontation.
See, I would not because I know Mads would freak out if that happened.
No, I don't love confrontation. I love confrontation whenever I know I'm in the right.
Okay, then yes.
When I'm 100% correct.
Right, like in Marshalls.
What's it? Like in Marshalls.
Marshalls.
Exactly. I see a thief. Here we go.
Do you have another story?
No, I just like that's what it
just here
feels
we
like.
go.
Like when I know I'm 100% right and
Yeah.
somebody wants to argue with me, I just go, okay.
He does that in real life. Every time Alex is in public with him and she sees Wesam go, she's like, fuck. Shit.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna play the rest of the video.
Yeah.
His family has died of cancer. And
She's crying right now in the video.
So pretty much, this glue is the last glue of my grandmother's that I'm ever gonna have to knit with.
Okay.
So it's actually me.
It's so uncomfortable. And dude, the Zelda music makes it so perfect. Dun, da, 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 da! The last one. Dun, 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 dun.
He's on a big part of the game too. Like, don't throw him off his rhythm.
Dude, the guy playing the Zelda game is like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, I actually have a statement from him about that.
Oh,
if you would
please.
love to hear it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So he said, I found this on a Reddit post from 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. So I'll just leave this here. I am the runner, the one in the Link cosplay. Some information, this is a charity event called AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick, which does about a week-long event of speedruns, beating games as fast as possible to raise money for charity. The charity for this event is Prevent Cancer Foundation. So her comments aren't completely out of left field here. It was relevant to what everyone was there for. We do this charity every year in January, so you should definitely check it out if you're into gaming. As the runner, I take part of the blame. He's being so nice here. I take part of the blame since I did not want to have decent control on the commentary. The runner always gets to decide how to commentate his or her run. Some like to be very informative with the glitches in the game. Some like to have a more casual environment. I wanted to explain a decent amount, but I'm dressed in a cosplay. It's obviously supposed to be a bit laid back too. Another thing, runners actually practice a lot for this event, not just with the speed run, but the commentary. I spent a lot of time going over in my head how I would proceed to talk about certain tricks or certain things. Imagine that you have to give a presentation to an audience of 50,000 people. You are going to want to know what you are going to say for the most part. But now imagine that one of the audience members throws you a real curveball of a question on your presentation. Uh-oh. Some people fumble with their words, some people freeze up. That's pretty much what happened to me here. I was not prepared and not expecting this type of comment from the audience. The audience really isn't supposed to say anything outside of the couch. So it caught me really off guard, and I just froze up thinking, how can I diffuse the situation and not look like a dick trying to get back to talking about the speed run? Usually I like to joke around to calm things down, but I knew that wouldn't work here. One more thing to mention, I did not hear her say, "Can you stop?" Which I believe him, because during that time he's rolling as Link. And in that game, when you roll as Link, Link goes, hit, 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 hit. So loud. So I buy that. There's a lot of background noise, donations being read, people whispering, and you kind of get dialed in on what you're doing. It wasn't really until there was a super dead silence in the room and I could hear her voice breaking that I realized how bad the situation was behind me. Also, to be clear, we had a discussion together about 2 days after the event and cleared things up with each other. There are no hard feelings here. I think we both agreed the situation was awkward and not ideal, but it's in the past. He's so nice about it.
Dude, that guy's really nice.
Yeah.
Much nicer than I would have been. I would probably have been like, why'd you bring up your dead grandma in this?
Yeah.
We're already here raising money for cancer. I'm in the middle of a speed run. Okay? Like, why does it have to be about you?
Yeah.
That fucking drives me crazy, dude.
And people were like replying to it like, no, you're not the cringe. You're great.
What's his name?
That's a good question. I don't think he put his name.
All right. Well, guy in the Zelda costume.
Yeah, Link. He's Link.
Is Link? You good guy. You good guy, Link.
Eric.
Eric. Good guy. On your side. Too nice.
Too nice. You're too nice.
No. He probably did the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
But I freaking love those moments in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Being around. Oh shit! You thirsty?
I am.
Go get a water. I'll talk by myself. Yeah, man.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Those kind of moments are absolutely the worst. If you've ever experienced something like that, please send us a message, or if you have a video of it. If you have a good personal video of something cringe happening to you, and you can verify that it's you, we'll send you a gift card. Yeah. It has to be super cringe, though. We'll send you a gift card. That's what we're doing this week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are people going to submit cringe videos?
Yeah, and if it's them, I'm saying for this week, if they submit cringe videos and it's them, and I like it, and they can verify it's them, they get double what the normal Amazon card is.
Little bonus.
A little bonus. They get double.
Double or nothing. Well,
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's how it's going to work.
I'm taking that comment back. I never said that. Ever.
Shit, man. I love stuff like that. I love it, man. Love it. It's so real. I would have... What's something really cringe that's happened to me recently? No, I was at Cafe Dulce once, and this guy got upset that, oh, baby.
Oh, no.
He was with his wife and his kid, and then I think his wife got upset. She got upset. She was asking for a knife, and they didn't have a knife. Like I think they didn't have plastic knives. They just had forks. Something to do with the silverware. And the guy behind the counter was just like so shocked, but thought it was amusing because it was so ridiculous. The guy was like, "You don't have a knife?" And he's like, "No, we can only give you like a fork or a spoon because none of our stuff, like that's what we don't have it," or whatever the excuse was. And he was going ballistic. And then his wife went ballistic. And I was watching the whole thing, and I started laughing. And that didn't help the situation at all. Then the guy started laughing because he knew us. He knew me and Josh. And
Dude.
some people, man, some people lose their shit for the stupidest things.
Yes, they do.
My gosh.
I got a cringe thing that happened recently, but I cannot say it on air.
Why?
I will have to tell you off air.
Shit, man.
I know.
I wish you didn't say anything. I
I
hate
know.
when people do that.
I know.
Can you lie about the names?
It's not that. It literally, like, this... The facts are so specific that if this person ever heard it, they're going to be like, oh, I know that's me because I'm the only person in the world who's ever probably done this shit.
Gotcha.
So, like, it's
Well,
way too specific.
I'll just hit the record button off and okay. Yep, it stopped recording. That was the worst lie ever. I didn't even act like I wasn't even touching it, obviously. Man.
We gotta go to a break in 3 minutes anyway. So
Yeah, let's go to a break.
You wanna go break right now?
We'll go
All
break.
right.
We'll be back, guys. Peyton, what did we learn today on the show?
we learned actually with like both things not to interrupt people. Like that is just the moral of the story.
Yeah, you know
Don't
what? That's
interrupt
awesome. But listen. Yeah, not to interrupt people.
Not to interrupt people. Both those videos. Different things happening, but don't interrupt people.
There's a time and a place
That's right too.
to say the right things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's hard. And sometimes you got to fail at that to understand
Yeah.
that that's the wrong time to say things. Yeah. And I think people who continuously say the wrong things have never been called out. And that's where I come in. Well, I think this was a good show. Next week we have our special guest coming in. Really excited for him. And the No Laughing game. So make sure, if you're listening to this, to submit to the No Laughing game.
It's time.
It's time. And he's going to participate. It's a he. Now we know it's a he.
Is he gonna not laugh as well? Or do you know? Is he allowed
I don't
to laugh?
know. He can laugh if he wants. He can
Okay.
play. Maybe if he feels cheeky, he can donate if he wants. I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't make the
He
guy.
starts laughing. Oh, you have to give out gift cards now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
What? Play us out, Peyton. Thank you, Nice Guy Digital. Thank you, Adobe Radio. Thank you, Peyton, for all the hard work you do on the show. Thank you, Alexandra Gorski, our social media producer, for all the hard work you do on the show. Thank you to our listeners. Remember to subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, WeSams_World, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, WeSams World Podcast. It goes a long way, helps us get more sponsors so we can give out more giveaways and gift cards to you all. Always remember to listen, think, and then talk.